This is Trevor Coppola for Alex Jones and Anthony J. Hilder. We're at ConspiracyCon 2013 in Milpitas, California, and we're interviewing a couple of the attendees here. Could you please tell us your names?
I'm Colby Hash.
Angela Giambastiani.
And what brought you here today?
I came here because of a lot of the things, a lot of the topics that we are talking about here today is I'm just trying to find a lot of truth about what's been going on here in the world lately, because I've been kind of out of the loop for a little while.
When did you become interested in this sort of stuff?
About 4 years ago now, and it all started off with Alex Jones and him and I can't remember the name of his movie. It was one
Obama Deception?
Obama Deception was one of them, but it was one of the ones with the 9/11 story. I can't remember.
9/11 was an inside job.
Yes, that was exactly it.
And what about you? When did you become interested in this stuff?
I've always had a little bit of a fascination because I have insomnia, so I used to stay up and research a whole bunch of different stuff to pass the time. So like mythologies, North mythology, Greek, Roman, and he invited me because his dad wants him to go out with a girl here. So I am a female of which he is friends with, and I got invited, and I'm excited. And I did about like 4 hours of research on Freeman and different speakers, so I could not look stupid and out of the loop completely.
So are you aware of any of the New World Order agenda or the Illuminati?
Yeah, I've been aware, but I haven't really gotten deeper into it because at first it kind of frightened me because it was like around my sophomore year in high school and I didn't want to go any deeper just because I found out about the monster logo actually meaning 666, and then all of a sudden I didn't want to drink it and I didn't want any of my friends to drink it. I just didn't want my life affected that much at that point, but now it's just like rather know than not.
Yeah, I'm from LA, and I've not spent a lot of time in this area. Do you notice a lot of chemtrails ever here?
I've seen a few chemtrails in the sky as I'm driving to work every morning. It's not as much as I've seen in Mississippi, because in Mississippi you can go out, you just see them everywhere, and it's like a tic tac, not a tic tac, but yeah, it's just a whole bunch of zigzags, and not zigzags, but there's just a whole bunch of lines just constantly going across each other. Yeah.
So you've noticed it as well?
Not really. The most I pay attention to the sky is when it's nighttime, so I can't really say that I've paid any attention, unfortunately.
And you heard some speakers so far. They were talking about 9/11. What other topics?
Donald Fox was actually the first speaker we actually came here to listen to. We didn't make it here in time to listen to the first speaker, but Donald Fox was down there talking about basically the possibility of mini nukes being planted in the buildings, and that he went into the detail about all the traces of uranium and lithium and
just what you can expect to find if it was, what was it, titanium, something like that. Yeah, that versus if it was a nuke, or if it was gas, or if it was all the different chemical signatures you would find, and then versus what was actually found. So he thinks conclusively you can say that mini nukes were put in the buildings.
Now, that's interesting because there's so many different theories about it. So do you both think 9/11 was an inside job?
I definitely think there was more to the story than what we were told, because it's just the buildings fell way too fast for one thing, especially after, looking at the planes hitting the towers seemed pretty fine, just standing there, and all of a sudden they just collapse with free fall speed, and about 7 seconds it just makes its own footprint into the ground. It was a little crazy, and especially Building 7, nothing really even hit that. And I really don't understand how that just collapsed the same way as the towers did. It just doesn't really make a lot of sense. And I know there's supposed to be a few more speakers, and hopefully we can get some more theories and possibly lead more to the truth.
And what do you think? You think it was an inside job as well?
Of course. Buildings don't just fall down because a plane hit it. I understand maybe where exactly it hit those few floors, but it was lower down where the explosions were, and then it just all went in every different direction, blowing everywhere. There's one little plane in 110 floors. I don't think so. It was all steel and cement, and they don't just accidentally implode.
And what about Boston? You have any feelings about that, the marathon?
Boston bombing about the marathon. I didn't. I saw a few videos about that. I didn't really get to see much and get to see into it because I haven't really had TV or internet to look at it at the time it happened. But I did see a few of the explosions, and the one that happened right at the end where they were coming to the finish line, and then all of a sudden it exploded. It didn't.
That was the first one that hit.
It didn't really seem like it was
Ball bearings in it and everything. It was, I mean, I was really proud of the volunteers that immediately helped, in all honesty, because usually, like, when something happens, I see videos all the time where people run away from what's happened and, like, are starting to flee, but some volunteers just ran straight for it. And I saw poor people that probably trained for years to run the Boston Marathon, having their leg, like, taken from under them. It's like, people worked hard for that, and it's terrible that someone can just come in and ruin someone's life like that, because they're not getting their leg back. And just the whole fiasco afterwards with catching them and the circumstances, he ran over his own brother, like, the whole deal was just a field day and like a circus. And I was disgusted, pretty much.
They had the martial law basically look for one person. They went in all these people's houses. So now they can use that as a justification anytime they want, I guess, looking for, we have to have a whole lockdown. And then they just killed the other guy just a couple days ago. During the interview, they said that he did something to them, and they just shot him and killed him.
Yeah, he was hiding in a boat, right? He was hiding in a boat in the back.
That's one of the suspects, but now I think it was his friend, because I've not been following it so much either, but they just shot him and killed him. Now this is someone else, so they always cover their tracks.
Yeah, they can say, oh, we saw him waving his arms, we thought it was a gun, and now we shot him. Like, that whole deal with the guy was actually holding a banana. Have you heard that?
No.
A guy got shot in, I think it was Harlem, because he was taking a banana out of his pocket, and they thought he was reaching for a gun, and they just shot him on the street.
That's what you get for carrying a
And
banana.
it was justified. They thought their life was in danger from a banana.
Big banana, I guess. Yeah, it sounds dangerous.
Potassium overdoses, they're serious.
Well, it was nice interviewing you guys, and I hope you enjoy more of the show. And hopefully this stuff will be aired, and we'll get to see it later.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be here till the end of it.
So you guys are coming tomorrow, too?
Hopefully I'll be coming tomorrow. She won't be able to make it.
I can't. I have obligations with my family.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Thanks.
And signing off, Trevor Coppola.